Hey, welcome back, guys. So today we're going to go and talk about uprooting and stealing other people's trees. Good way to actually get trees yourself for free and also get loot and experience. I shouldn't say loot, but I should say wood. Because you can plant them in your farms. Go ahead and move this down just a little bit. So first of all, you have to go and search the world and find someone's trees. So I'm up here way in the cliffs. I just had a tree batch stolen from me. Uh, I planted about 10 trees, and when I logged back on right when they're done, there was about 10 people there waiting to gather my trees. So growing your own trees is very problematic. You got to pretty much do it in a farm. In order to get a larger farm and to build a house and things like that, you need to get wood. And so you have to build these U samplings. They're small enough you can fit, I believe, 4 in your farm. We'll go ahead and show that. And every time you dig up someone's tree, there's a chance that you leave a footprint, which makes you more of a criminal. You also get experience. You can see we're getting about 250 experience, 282. And there's the potential chance for you to actually get the tree itself. So once we actually get one of the trees, like right here, we just got the tree. So now we can pick it up. I don't know what the timer is here for. Uproot to use sampling. You can go ahead and take that. Next time we find one, we'll leave it there and let the timer actually pass and see what it does. It probably just grows into a little bit bigger tree, which then you probably can't gather. So you can see you can find a lot of trees out there. You just got to do some searching high up in the mountains in areas that aren't populated as much. And you can also level up this way. So you can see every time I do this, 280 experience. My experience gauge on here, 4635 for the next level. So we're going to leave these two little guys here. So we're slowly but surely leveling up our character. Believe it or not, this is actually faster than killing monsters. Monsters only give about 150 or so per kill. The only downside is you have to use labor points to do this. So every time you see one of the little guys, you can actually get it and you get a tree out of it. So you can go and plant it wherever you want. Pretty much you have to plant it in your farms, otherwise it's going to get stolen. And this is just the alpha where there's not that many players. I can only imagine what it's going to be like when the actual game releases and there's probably close to 100,000, 200,000 on each server, maybe more. You're definitely not going to be safe anywhere when you plant anything outside of your farms. So again, I'll show you on the map here. We're up here in the very starter beginning in the mountains over here. It appeared to be a good area to actually plant trees. But unfortunately, when I came back to get my trees, they were all taken. So you can see not only is this a huge money sink for the player that planted the trees, it's also going to piss them off a little bit. So they're going to report me for stealing their trees with all my footprints. And I'm going to become more a criminal. You can check your infamy points over here. The more points you have, the more chance you are to be thrown in jail and stuff like that. So these guys have 15 and 24 seconds left. We're going to see what they do. You can see we almost gained about 10% experience right now, just collecting trees. Oh, so it disappears. So you definitely got to gather it within the first 3 minutes to get it. So if you uproot a tree, don't let it sit there and disappear. So you can see this guy planted a lot of trees. This is probably like 50 trees over here he planted. So once I clear out the trees here, we're going to go and plant them in the farm. So not only does it help you level up, it also will give you the trees for free to plant in your farms. So you can see now we've gained definitely over 10% experience. We've got quite a few trees out of this. We've gotten 13 trees out of stealing all his trees. And there's still a whole bunch more trees left to go and steal. And then if you're wondering too, planting trees in your little farm is a great way to make money. The lumber sells for a tremendous amount of money on the auction house. It's almost 1 gold per 1 lumber. So it's definitely worthwhile to build trees and collect them. You can collect them about every 4 hours. But yeah, don't try and build them out in the wildness, the wilderness. I've tried now let's see, 4 or 5 times, and it's always been stolen. So I'm going to cut here since this is just more of the same, and then we'll go back to the farm. So you head back to your farm, and you start planting the trees here. This is my farm here. You get a scarecrow, and this will actually protect everything in this small area. So we're going to gather my cotton up. Making cotton here so I can actually produce cloth armor. Then it's really easy actually to produce the level 20 cloth armor. And it has a nice set bonus. And this, you can see, this is what I'm talking about, the Apprentice Ocean shirt and all the other Apprentice Ocean stuff. And then you also need these to make the higher level crafting set as well. So you'll need to make the basic set, the level 20s, to make the level 24 ones, and so on and so on. So your Scarecrow protects all your things for 1 week, as long as you pay your taxes. It costs right now 1 gold coin a week to have a Scarecrow, the small one. You can also unlock a larger Scarecrow, which will protect more and allow you to farm more. But in order to build it, you need a lot of lumber. I believe you need 100 lumber, and that's the stuff that is extremely hard to get. That's why you go after the trees. You see, we're building trees over here. We're trying to figure out which tree exactly gives the most lumber. And we know that trees that produce fruit or other things, they only give 1 lumber. But other trees, they can give up to at least 4. That's the most amount of lumber I've gotten from a tree so far, has been 4. So we're trying to find a tree that has a lot more. And assumingly, the bigger the tree, the more wood you're going to get from it, which would make the most sense. So we're going to now plant the trees that we just stole from the other person. And you can see here, this is what it looks like. It's the yew tree. So you plant it like that. You right-click it from your bag, and then you left-click it on the circle. You can see the red dots all around my Scarecrow. This is the area that my Scarecrow owns and that no one else can touch. So I planted those, and I can see this is a bigger tree, but it won't fit in the Scarecrow area because the Scarecrow is in the middle. So you need to have a bigger farm. I assume that this tree, as you can see, will give you more lumber. You could plant it out here, but this is public property, so someone could steal it, and you're not going to have a tree, so it's pointless. So that's it. That's how you get lumber. That's how you make trees and protect your trees. And say it has a day and 8 hours, or an hour and 8 minutes left for this, excuse me. And this one also has 1 day, 2 hours, and 34 minutes. So this tree takes a lot longer to build. Then also each tree has a special climate that they work well in. So this one, it works well in all climates. So it takes 4 hours to build. 4 hours. This one over here in a temperament climate. So you press M for the map, and you go down here on the bottom of the map. It'll tell you the climate zone that you're in. So if you build that tree here, it's going to be a lot quicker than 2 days, 21 hours. It might be like 2 days and 16 hours. So that's going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed and learned how to collect lumber.